I'm gonna use the stands, all right? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all looking good. Funny thing about spoken word, sometimes as artists, we write pieces, and on other times, life seems to write the piece. In this particular piece, I was sitting on the bus, and I was just going to church, and the piece kind of stepped on the bus, per se, like my mind just created these words, and if you can kind of visualize what I saw, hopefully it'll bring some awareness. She holds a baby in one hand with the cell phone in the other. Arguing with her baby daddy as he sadly tells her he loves her. With his pants sagging, repping a rag to maintain the swag of a street hustler, this buster. Manipulating her mind because he felt that he couldn't trust her. But you see, in her mind, this reverted to love lines, this masculinity masking insecurities of his high school immaturities, but obscurely, she never seen it coming. And somehow she figured that these three letters would make her a woman, not knowing that sex still ends with an X. She wasn't the first or the last, she just became the next. And you see, this situation has proceeded to get more complex. You see, Lil Mama grew up in the projects with no protection. She grew up in only an eighth of the section with no dad. A home is all she had, so when a man, she would seek affection and she would bend to the slightest hint of an erection. So for Lil Mama, love don't cost a thing. And she exchanged her innocence for ignorance as he flashed the cash, the cars and the bling. And even though Lil Mama wasn't married, she would still wait for the ring. The ring. The ring is her voice is just something on the answer machine. You see, Lil Mama is only 13, and she stands there with her eyes real keen, holding her baby with a slight lean as she passively waits for Hakeem to answer the phone, unaware that he was never there because in his mind, he'd been gone. You see, Hakeem was a rolling stone, so Lil Mama began to roll a stone until she couldn't feel the pain no more, numb to the fact that her baby daddy wasn't coming back, and giving her position too much ignition, her son lacked the attention that he really needed. So Hakeem Jr. grew up a little sooner. And now Lil Mama's 25, trying to survive with a 12-year-old by her side, trying to strive just to make it alive, all the while Junior is still trying to figure out what a father is. You see, he misses the affection of connection because he never knew about his, and all he knew was to handle your business. But you see, no one ever taught him management. So he hit the world with one referral in society, has labeled it abandonment. And with the lack of knowledge, he can never understand it, why he had to play with the cards that he was handed. But you see, in these streets, the peeps had a code that demanded that he stood his ground. So Hakeem Jr. stood to create the name that his father had in town. A self-made nigga created by the lost and the found. But you see, these words never lost its sound. Baby, I love you. And even though this issue seems superficial, Lil Mama climaxed to many depths just to make her love official, never understanding that her presence was more beneficial. So now, Lil Mama's 27 years old, and now she's decided to hit the pole, revealing secrets that was never ever told. And you see, this is when the story begins to unfold with no understanding how she had paroled to this position, but with an inclination ain't been to sin, it locked her in perdition, but it gained her attention to gain a cognitive disposition. So Lil Mama enrolled into school and only stripped to pay tuition, but this proposition only caused more opposition. Widened her eyes to scope and realize that her mom was a slim cause of this family tradition. So she tries to reclaim her name through remission, being washed by the blood of Jesus. She changes her position. She tries to give her testimony, but no one ever seems to want to listen. So she explains it over and over again because her life is lived by repetition. But this is a different rendition. And in the books it would take another look, listed as a special edition. So there is a balm in Gilead and Lil Mama, yes, there is a physician. So I hope that you're listening, because after all, this call was made with high hopes and ambitions, with the intentions that you would comprehend. So please don't cry, Lil Mama, because it's overwhelming. Only smile, because it's not the end. Thank you.